Hello, welcome back to episode 30 of KreamGetsStuff. Today I'm gonna do a significantly smaller project than this massive perimeter that we did in the last two episodes. And I'm gonna do some general base work that needs to be done, and maybe go over some plans for my next couple of episodes if anything doesn't change. But before we begin, I also want to go over like a couple of things that I did off camera, just between episodes. So, first off, I added this sorting system and item spare to the mob farm. So believe it or not, this design even works today. So I was actually really surprised when I built it and it worked. I thought there's no way. But it still works today. Just the classic sorting system with like the placeholder items, 41 of what you want in there. And then this last row is just for like armor and stuff. I've been combining it to save space. But, I mean, just doing a bit of AFK and I've already got a lot of TNT, which is really nice. I've got a lot of flesh to trade when eventually the flesh trade comes back, and I think 1.8. Arrows, bones, especially for bone meal, because I'm going to be doing a lot with bone meal. And, yeah, I mean, the item spitter is faster, but as far as I can tell, it also doesn't work in this update, really. Like, it kind of just gives up after the first item, so maybe it's just like a thing with 13W05B, which is the version we're playing in today. Like you can see here, normally it would spit them all out, but right now it just doesn't. So I'm assuming that's just a thing that would fix over time. And speaking of 13W05B, there's actually something that we're gonna do later that's pretty interesting. Now I haven't tested it, but at least it sounds interesting, so. So, back at the main base now, this is where we're gonna be for the episode. And if I turn around, you might notice something that's a little bit different. And this might actually be my best creation yet. This is the cream door. Because it resembles my face. I thought this was amazing. I got the idea from this really old Mumbo Jumbo video where he makes like a door of his face for one of his subscriber specials. And I thought, I can do that. I mean, my face is simple enough, so... yeah, I think I'm gonna put this in as many different, like, places as possible. Anytime I need a 3x3 opening, just... the cream door. Also, there is a bit of issue with lag in this version. Like, my frames are dropping quite a bit when I use, like, redstone, and just when I'm doing, like, building and stuff. Like, every time I place a block, it lags a bit, so I don't know what that's about, but... Anyway, so, yeah, first off, I want to make a path through here, through this little mound, over to the propaganda stage. Because it kind of feels, like, really disconnected from the rest of the stuff in my base. And also, this is a nice area that I could use for extra building. Plus, this whole sort of area of my base, this whole area around here, kind of looks neglected compared to this. Like, there's a lot of stuff over here, and I haven't done anything over here yet. So I think it's time we finally put some stuff around this area. I think, like, a direct path through here would also really help with, like, just making it feel less lonely, I suppose. Additionally, I want to build up here today. So I have an idea. As the title of the episode suggests, we're gonna build a pumpkin patch because I want to make a pumpkin farm. Using a pretty cool trick, but yeah, we can get into that later. So, a bit of bone meal as well around here, just to get some grass going. That would help really spruce up the place. And I want to make a way down to the mine as well because right now, the way I get down here is just I drop down this cave and kind of walk through it. And I think if I blow out this area a bit more, I can make like sort of like a rickety mine shaft look almost, or like a quarry. And I think maybe just like a few custom trees to finish it, which I've never been good at building, so it'll be some good practice for me as well. So I'm starting up with the path, and at first I thought I'd kind of like hand sculpt it maybe, but I think it's probably just better to lay down some charges and kind of just let it go to work. So like maybe like there, you know, across here. Maybe go further down with that one. Oops. Probably somewhere around here. Just kind of like blow out a path to follow, and then I'll shape it to be more like, you know, natural. Because I don't want it to look like it's too forced. I really want to make it look as natural as I can. Like it's kind of supposed to be part of the land. So I'm gonna try my best to do that. I kind of have like a rough one laid out in my creative world of like where I want the path to go and stuff. So I'm just gonna try and like decorate it and stuff like that. But I think this is a pretty good sort of like size for this little valley. So I'll get to shaping it, I suppose. So I've got the shape laid out. I was a bit kind of like off with what I wanted. I kind of wanted more of a straight path than the winding ones. There's a bit of an area here where it's blown out underneath, but I've laid out these pillars here, and what I want to do is kind of have like pillars that connect across the gap. So I was thinking something like this maybe, and then I wanted to use spruce wood, but I don't think I have any. Um, like spruce wood and trapdoors. So I wanted to have trapdoors around here maybe, and then like have like a spruce wood connector going across this, because I think it looks better with oak wood than actual oak wood planks. So I might have lamps in the bottom of these as well. So I need to do a quick resource gathering thing, but I do like the shape of this, and I kind of like the feel it gives me. I'm gonna replace all this stone with dirt as well, and I'm gonna probably put some bushes in around the sides. Um, but yeah, no, I'm liking where this is going. Yeah, so I've done a bit of work now. I got some spruce from up at the gold farm output, but I do like the look of this a lot. It's kind of hard to make like beams, I suppose, with limited blocks like this. And like, you know, there's not like spruce slabs or spruce stairs. There is spruce slabs, spruce trapdoors. But also I put some bushes in. You can see what I mean. And I put the lamps in the bottom, so hopefully this path should be lit up when it goes to night. Well, I think it's about done. So I've added the beams across the top, and I like this a lot. I think it looks really nice. Um, it connects straight from this pathway here, much like that one kind of goes up there and there. So if you come up here, you can just kind of walk straight through to this path, and I really like the look of it. I might wait until night and show you at some point. I don't know, but yeah, I'm gonna have to do something with this as well. I might make that look more sturdy, because right now it's literally just a single plank of wood that's holding it all up. So maybe I'll put some reinforcement frames or something around there. But no, yeah, no, I like this a lot. I like this path. So, I've done some work, and this is the tree that I came up with. I've just finished porting it for my creative world. And I like it, but also I don't know if it feels natural enough. Like, I want it to look not realistic, but like, I want it to look like it was, you know... I mean, I don't know. I need second opinions on this. I've always been terrible at building trees, so... let me know if this looks good. And if it does, I'm going to put quite a few more over here. And I'll probably put some in my base as well. I mirrored it after like a leaning oak tree. And I think it looks pretty good. I mean, for me anyway. But also, yeah, here's what it looks like at night with all the lights in the bottom. I think it's really nice. It lights up the path. You can see clearly where you're going. And also I've laid out this area here, which is kind of like how much I want to extend the cave by so I can go down there. I have enough TNT to do it, which I think is my best method. I have to be very, very careful though, because in this chest over here, if you remember from way back when, they're still in here, all of my beta 1.9 pre-5, I think, all the chests are in there with all the items on them. And if I update that room at all, they're all gonna pop off. So I just gotta make sure I don't accidentally send some TNT flying over here and cause irreversible damage to my world. So yeah, it shouldn't be too hard. Just make sure I'm controlling these explosions a bit. I'm not just gonna dump like, you know, 30 TNT in the hole and be like, yeah, I'll do. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna lay out kind of like what I want as well. So I'll just kind of come back when I've sculpted this cave out, and I've kind of planned out the whole route. So, I've blown out a big hole here. It's probably not as big as I need it to be, but it's a good start. I kind of want to make, like, my own cave down there after, but for now I just need a way to get down here, because it's quite steep. I put all this stuff in the chest for now. And I've laid out a little, like, pillars for where I want them to go, and then I'm going to make a spruce path, I think. And I don't know what else I'll put down here, but because I need more than this. I've done a bit of oak farming. I've actually turned the propaganda stage area into a tree farm. I've just started planting saplings over there. So I might do something more formal with it later, but for now it's just a row of saplings. But yeah, I'm gonna put these poles up, connect them all into a path, blow myself a cave out, and then I'll see where that gets me. Might be a lot of work off camera, but it's just a bit boring to record, so. So after a couple hours of work, this is where I'm at. This is where I'm at. So I think it looks pretty good. It's definitely better than what it was. So the path leads down. I've got little different cave areas I could use. I'm probably gonna do something with this one day. I don't know what. I might actually block this part off because it's not really used for anything. I'm thinking of putting ores in the walls because I have quite a lot to spare, but I don't know if it'll be too much. So I need a second opinion on that really. But the path follows down here. It widens out a bit here. I think it looks pretty good. I mean, I can't really do much with it aside from make a clean path to walk up and down. We have this little danger area here. I thought, well, there's a massive space there, and I'm not going to cover it up because it's quite a big thing, so I thought, well, I'll just put some fences over it and then take the torches out, and it looks like a bit of a mob trap. So I like that part a lot, actually. And then this connects into a cave that kind of just goes straight into my mine area. So I scattered a few chests around. Jim is still doing fine down here, by the way. He's been in there. I actually need to make sure I protect him from baby zombies, because normal zombies can't get him, but baby zombies could. But yeah, no, that's a good way down to the mines. And I think now I can move on to the next part of this episode. So anyway, my plan, I mentioned earlier that I had a plan for this area. And I think I mentioned it as well, but my plan is to kind of make like a pumpkin farm that uses zombie AI. So actually, this guy over here might be a good subject. Please don't chase me. I need to trap him now. Because I don't have name tags yet. They're not in the game, but I'm 90% sure if a mob holds an item, even now they don't despawn. So I'm hoping that because this guy has some rotten flesh, if I capture him, he won't despawn. And then I can use him in the farm later. Eventually I could change him to baby zombies for better efficiency with more speed, but please don't go into the open. Oh no. Ah! There we go. There we go. Okay. Okay, we have him. So this guy will be our farmer. Anyway, so I have a design for it. I can link it in the description. I had to modify it just a bit. It was made for 1.6, so I had to modify it for 1.5. And it does work pretty well, honestly. Like, it works better than I expected for a farm that uses zombie AI. I have some materials here, but I'm probably gonna need more. My whole plan for this is, like, I wanna make this into, like, a pumpkin patch sort of thing, like a bit of, like, a... You know, like, I'm gonna till the land, put some soul sand down, build a massive pumpkin, and then some smaller ones around. And then I kind of want to just go into the mountain here, and maybe down a bit. Because I want to have these farms on the floor, because I think it's really funny to watch all the zombies kind of, like, run around, chasing the villager, trying to get to him. So it's pretty funny. And I might, like, try and make a way for us to see, like, the pumpkins as they come into the storage. I think that'd be pretty cool. So I have to figure all that out, but I think it shouldn't be that hard. My biggest concern is just, like, space, I suppose, because it's quite a small area. I have, like, pre-planned this part in the creates world, but I haven't, like, looked down and saw how much space we have under there. Although yeah, this is a pretty thick, like... It's a pretty thick mountain, it goes quite far back. So, yeah, I think we'll do fine. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I'll probably just do sections, like... I'm gonna do, the floor and then the pumpkin. I don't know what I'll time-lapse. I might time-lapse me actually building the farms. Because I think that'd be interesting. But yeah, that being said, I'm just gonna get this kind of not done, but I'm gonna start it. Okay, so I've done a bit of work on it, and you can kind of see what I'm going for here with, like, all the pumpkins and stuff. And I did have a design for, like, some, like, mid-scale sort of pumpkins. Like, the bun in the middle is gonna be quite big. It's probably gonna go up to, like, there. But I wanted to do some of the, I think, like, because I don't know, there's like 3 orange blocks in this game, and Junglewood is like one of them. It's really not that orange, so I was like messing around with like making bigger pumpkins, and I came up with this. And you'll have to let me know how it looks, and if it looks terrible, then I'll try and figure out something better, but I think that looks pretty good. Now I'm no builder by any means, like, I wouldn't consider myself, like, a really skilled or talented builder. Especially when it comes with, like, anything like this, but I kinda like it, I think it looks kinda cool. I only wanted to put a couple of them around just to make it look like there's, you know, a bit more life to the place. I was talking to Joey about this, this whole thing, and he mentioned the fact that I've kind of got, like, almost a theme with, like, having mini, like, big, large-scale blocks in my base. Like, I have the chest, and he said that might become a theme, because I'm gonna have a pumpkin and stuff, and I thought, yeah, that sounds about right. Um, but yeah, no, now I need to build the big pumpkin in the middle, and I think I might just do it and, like, see, like, you know, how it looks, and you guys can get your opinions on it. You know, yeah, I can just do it, and I think we'll see where it goes from there. I mean, I might hate it. I liked it when I built it a few days ago in my testing world, but you never know, I might hate it. So, um, yeah, hold on, give me a second. Okay, so here's the pumpkin. Now I do like this a lot more than I thought I would actually. I think it looks kind of rough from these angles. But again, I think as well, using a different block, or like integrating more blocks into it would be nice, but there's like, I looked at the whole creative inventory, these were like the only two blocks that kind of look like they would fit in a pumpkin. Um, and using actual pumpkins on the wall of it, it looks too harsh. So, I mean, I don't mind it either, it looks quite nice actually. I had to get that pumpkin shape, but I think I did a pretty good job. Um, so you kind of come up here onto this part, and then you flick this lever, and there's a little door. And then through here, I'm probably going to mine out this area, where like a staircase down, and then probably next episode we'll build the farm. I think I want to end this one a bit early. Um, but yeah, no, I like this. I like what we've done with the base. Yeah, you have to let me know. I think I mentioned this already, but let me know what you think of these oak trees, because I kind of like it, but also it feels a bit rough around the edges. It also feels a bit too boxy from some angles. Like, I think especially from down here in my storage room, I looked up at it, and yeah, it looks a bit, from this angle, it looks quite like, it looks very square, which it's not a bad thing. It is Minecraft, but yeah, just let me know, and if this one's good, I'll work on more of them. Because I think right now my landscape is really missing trees. Like, I don't like the normal vanilla trees being here. I might take all these out from around the edges. Um, oh, I'll bone meal all the grass actually, and we'll see how that looks. And then, I have to do the Unobtainable, which will be over at the museum, and then we can end the episode. So I've added the bone meal down, and I like it, but also I think the flowers are a bit too much. Especially over there, but I can always pluck those out. I'm probably gonna do something over there. I don't mind them, but I think there's way too many. But I want your opinion on that as well. So, if it's too much, I'm gonna pluck all of them out. I don't think I want, like, maybe a few of the red ones, especially, and the yellow ones, but I don't want, like, all the ones that I have now. I'd probably be very scarce if I did, take out a lot of them. Or we could go all grass, I'm not sure, but I do like the dense, like, sort of foliage with the grass and the bushes and stuff. So, yeah, I'll just kind of see where it goes. But I do like how the base is going along overall. The first kind of, like, big major thing we did was the terraforming around there, and putting all the bushes in, and now, you know, we've got the tree, we've got the path, all these, all the leaves, so it's looking really nice, I think. Um, yeah, anyway, moving on. Okay, so I'm over at the museum now. I do need to do some work. That's a creeper. I do need to do some work on this place soon. So I have a few things I need to do. Um, First major thing is I need to transfer a lot of unobtainables over here, like especially in this section. Lit redstone lamp still isn't in here. Also, the smooth stone block turned into a quartz block when I updated to, I'm guessing, 13W01A, and I didn't notice until now. So, I might have to come out of the display, I'm not sure. But, that's kind of annoying. Anyway, Yeah, spawn eggs need to go in here. I don't think there's anything else from these sections. Like, all the books seem to be fine. All the garble books. And coordinates, example, stuff like this. I like this book. Oh, this is fine. Oh! The spaces are back. Huh. Well. So... Yeah, over here, all the funny logs, the maps. Oh, they are unknown maps now. So, yeah, stuff like that. Everything in here should be fine. But the thing we're gonna do... I'm over here, the 1.5 section. And I think I did some weird testing with this, and the way it works is kind of strange. So you need to smelt things like this, and it kicks you out of the furnace, there's nothing in them, and then you're supposed to destroy the furnaces. And I think after some time, the blocks just come back. So, I mean, that's how it worked in my creative world. Oh, yeah, there we go. So, the thing about these furnaces is they have no furnace face. They're just kind of furnace blocks, which is actually really interesting. And I kind of like the look of these. I might have to use these in a build somewhere for walls. I mean, obviously, if I wanted to use walls like that, I could just do two furnaces facing into each other and it looks the same. But, like, especially on, like, corners, maybe it might be harder. No, it wouldn't, but it's just kind of cool to have these. Maybe for pillars, actually, in some sort of build. That'd be cool. Yeah, I like these a lot. I will do some work on the museum, by the way. Probably a separate time-lapse, though. Because I have a lot more planned out for this. I don't think I've shown anyway. So... Yeah, no, that's pretty cool. I just need to stick a sign down and we should be fine. Can I have to get one here? No, I probably should. Maybe I should move them back a bit. There we go. I moved them back a bit. So, with all that being done, I think this is the end of the episode. Now, I didn't do as much as I wanted to do in this video. I really wanted to get the zombie farm done. The zombie farm? The pumpkin farm, using zombie AI. But it's a bit of a long section, I can imagine, to do all that. And I think I want A, opinions on the tree, and also B, this episode is like 20 minutes long because I spent way too much time talking. So I'm sorry about that. But yeah, regardless of that, I hope you enjoyed episode 30 of KreamGetsStuff. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.